As students head back to class in Maine, civil rights groups want parents, teachers, and students to all know their rights.
They say laws haven't changed recently, but the political climate has, and that understanding their protections is more important than ever right now. Here's News Center Maine's Alex Haskell.
I think young people are afraid to be themselves, to go to school.
Gia Drew is the executive director of Equality Maine. She says hostility toward transgender youth and those from other marginalized groups is on the rise. She points to recent efforts by some school boards to ban trans girls from playing on girls' sports teams.
That can be really scary if I was a parent and I had a trans kid, or I was a trans kid and I lived in one of those districts. Like, how am I going to be perceived and treated when I go to school?
To help students, parents, and teachers navigate challenges at school, Equality Maine, the ACLU of Maine, and GLAD Law have released a new guide. It highlights their rights, including Maine's strong anti-bullying law and Human Rights Act,
which has been protecting against discrimination for sexual orientation and gender identity since 2005.
The guide also addresses student free speech, including protests and walkouts. It outlines certain limits, especially on what school employees can say in the classroom. It also highlights protections for immigrant students as well.
All students, regardless of their immigration status, have the right to a public education.
ACLU of Maine legal director Carol Garvin says with politicians and school boards targeting the education system, the timing of this guide is critical.
We felt it was a particularly important time to remind people of their rights because we can only exercise our rights if we know what they are.
Advocates say if students believe their rights are being violated, there are clear steps to take.
There are means for you to go and make a complaint in the Maine Human Rights Commission.
Drew also points out every school is required to have a policy to address bullying. Alex Haskell, News Center, Maine.